Survival horror games. They've haunted our dreams and tested our nerves for generations, their presence lingering in the darkest corners of our gaming memories. But what is it about these digital nightmares that keeps us coming back for more? What is the allure that has captured our imaginations and refused to let go? Is it the anxiety-induced thrill? Is it curiosity? Well, in today's Lowdown segment, we're going to attempt to answer that very question. But before we delve into the depths of the human psyche, let us first unravel the tangled threads of history that have woven the tapestry of survival horror gaming. For it's only by understanding where we've come from that we can truly appreciate where we are now. Our story starts in the early 80s, a time when gaming was very much still in its infancy. Games like AX2 Uchu Yusose Nostromo dabbled in the realm of horror, albeit in a more primitive form. These early experimental games laid the groundwork for what was to come. But it wasn't until Sweet Home for the NES that the true essence of survival horror was realized. Released only in Japan, this cult classic introduced players to the harsh realities of survival in a haunted mansion, where every step could be your last. Then came Alone in the Dark, a game that broke new ground with its use of 3D graphics and fixed camera angles. It was a pioneer in the genre, setting the stage for what would become a staple of survival horror gameplay. Of course, no discussion of survival horror would be complete without mentioning Resident Evil. This iconic title not only popularized the genre, but also coined the term survival horror itself. With its blend of tension, limited resources, and relentless adversaries, Resident Evil set the standard for what a survival horror game should be. But Resident Evil was just the beginning. Silent Hill, Parasite Eve, and Fatal Frame each brought their own unique flavor to the genre, pushing the boundaries of horror and challenging players in new and ever so terrifying ways. Then in 2005, Resident Evil 4 shook things up with its over-the-shoulder perspective and more action-oriented gameplay. It was a departure from the series' roots, but it proved to be a massive success, inspiring countless imitators and redefining the genre for a new generation. And who could forget Amnesia? This groundbreaking title brought first-person horror to the forefront, challenging players to navigate a world shrouded in darkness and danger, where hiding and survival were the only options. Games like Amnesia and Slender pushed the boundaries of fear, immersing players in worlds of relentless terror and psychological torment. But it wasn't just the games themselves that captivated audiences. It was the rise of a new medium, a platform where fear could be shared and experienced in real time. With YouTube, content creators like PewDiePie, Markiplier, and Jacksepticeye became pioneers of a new genre, their screams echoing through the digital ether as they faced the horrors of the virtual world. Through their videos, they invited viewers to join them on a journey into the unknown, sharing in the fear and excitement as they navigated treacherous landscapes and confronted unspeakable horrors. And in doing so, they gave birth to a whole new community, one built on shared experiences and a love for all things spooky and unsettling. So, what is it about survival horror games that keeps us ensnared within their sinister grasp? Is it merely the adrenaline-fueled thrill of being scared? Or is it the insidious atmosphere thick with dread? Survival horror games beckon us to confront our deepest fears, to stare into the abyss and find strength to endure. They're a mirror, reflecting the darkness within ourselves, forcing us to acknowledge our vulnerabilities and weaknesses. In a world that often feels uncertain and chaotic, survival horror games offer us a semblance of control. They teach us that fear is not something to be avoided, but rather something to be embraced and overcome. So, the next time you find yourself face to face with a horde of zombies or a nightmare-inducing monstrosity, remember, in the world of survival horror games, fear is not the end, but the beginning of a journey into the depths of our own psyche. It's a journey of self-discovery, of resilience, and ultimately, of triumph in the face of darkness.